Being the lead in the school play is a big deal, and one young actress is not handling it well. Sophie is starring as the princess. It's a big, juicy role, but Sophie's let it go to her head. She treats the other kids like dirt, especially the knight, Logan, who she laughs at every time he forgets a line. After all, what can they do? She is the star. Even the teacher directing the play looks the other way when she acts horrible. With one exception. Sophie complains that Logan is so bad that he should be fired. This time, the teacher reprimands her, telling her never to use that word. He then tells everyone the history of the school's auditorium. Over 100 years ago, the school was famous for its theater program. But during the opening night of the very play they're now doing, one talented actress decided that she was more entertaining than the rest of the cast. She started hamming it up on stage, causing a torch to be knocked over. It started a fire, and everyone in the auditorium was trapped inside. It's said that the ghosts of those students still haunt the theater, and if anyone yells, "Fire!" the ghosts will torment whoever dared say the forbidden word. The other students listen, solemn and wide-eyed, but Sophie just rolls her eyes. Finally, opening night rolls around. Before the curtains open, the director calls the cast together. He singles out and praises each person for their dedication and talent. Sophie waits in anticipation for him to gush about how amazing she is. But when he gets to her, he just smiles, then moves on to the next person. The others notice this and quietly giggle. Sophie feels her face getting red. How dare these hacks disrespect her? But just as she's about to scream at them, an idea comes to her. The actors take their places for the big opening scene, where Sophie has a dramatic speech. Just as the curtain goes up, Sophie turns to the other actors, smiles, and says in a booming voice, "Fire!" She sees their faces turn to horror. Then, the lights go out. Someone must have screwed up the lighting cues, Sophie thinks. Unprofessional. But the show must go on. Just as she's about to start her speech, she notices a flickering light from the wings. Someone comes on stage with a torch in their hand. As the person gets closer, she sees it's a girl with an old-time haircut and burn marks all over her face. The actress from the director's story. She swings the very real torch at Sophie, singeing her eyebrows. Sophie turns to her fellow actors for help, but they've disappeared. She turns to the audience, but it's filled with burnt ghosts. Sophie starts weeping, and as she does, the ghosts start applauding. She wails, begging the ghosts to go away, and they clap even louder. She throws herself on the ground, crying she's sorry she was disrespectful, and the audience howls in delight. The burnt girl stands above her and slowly lowers the torch to her hair. Sophie closes her eyes and screams. But instead of the fire, she just feels a hand. Logan, he's desperately whispering her opening line to her over and over. She sees the director and other students in the wings, shaking their heads in disgust. She sees the audience staring at her in embarrassment, and as she runs from the auditorium, mortified, she hears a charred, ghostly whisper. Some people aren't meant for the theater.